Hey everybody. So Sunday night, we have the holiday Shavuot, the holiday of Matan Torah, the holiday where the Jewish people received the Torah at Mount Sinai. Pivotal holiday, doesn't get enough press, isn't as, it's not accepted, but as popular, if you will, as Pesach, Hanukkah, Sukkot, Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, but still super essential because let's face it, the Torah defines our people. That defines who we are and what we are. And so on Shavuot, we read about the account of the Jewish people at Mount Sinai getting the Torah from God, hearing the Ten Commandments. And it tells us beforehand, in preparation for this momentous time, it says, V'yisur me Refidim, they left Refidim, they came to the Sinai desert, V'yachanu b'midbar, they encamped there in the desert. And then it repeats and it says, V'yichan sham Yisrael neged har, that they encamped there, Israel did, opposite the mountain, Mount Sinai. Rashi points out, however, that there's a bit of a grammatical anomaly because the Hebrew of they encamped, which has it earlier on in the verse, is v'yachanu. That makes sense. That's the plural, v'yachanu, they encamped. But then when it talks about at the base of Mount Sinai, it changes it and says v'yichan, and he encamped. It's singular, it's not in the plural. As a result, Rashi, citing the Medrash, says, what does it mean, the v'yichan, that he encamped? Ki ish echad b'leiv echad, like one man, like one person with one heart. And he points out, of al shar kol hachaniyot, all other encampments, all other times when the Jewish people reached a certain place, b'ta'arumot u'machloket, they always had these murmurings, these arguments, these differences of opinion, kvetches, etc. They were disjointed from all the disagreements and arguments. But before the receiving of the Torah, singular, he encamped like one person. There wasn't any of that before they received the Torah. Which kind of begs the question, because it implies that this was perhaps a prerequisite to getting the Torah. That they had to have that unity. There had to be a real bond like one person with one heart. Why was unity so crucial to receiving the Torah at Mount Sinai? So I would suggest, you see, what's Torah? It's wisdom. It teaches you connection to God. It has mitzvot in there. There's a lot of stuff in the Torah that are crucial and necessary as human beings, as a Jewish people. Unless we appreciate the fact that there's many different expressions of that from others that I could learn from, I'm not getting the whole story. When it comes to Torah, when it comes to wisdom of Torah, or the mitzvot, following the mitzvot, or connecting with God, all those things, I can't go it alone. I have to see how other Jews are doing it. And so it's suggesting that no matter what kind of Jews we have, we got Ashkenazi Jews, we got Sephardic Jews, different approaches. We got Hasidic Jews, we got very intellectual Jews, we got more spiritual Jews. That we need all of those. It has to be one people, one unified people. Because for me to really get the Torah and everything that it encompasses, and again, it's not just like the wisdom that's there, but that's obviously crucial and important. But the lifestyle, the connection with God, I have to be able to tap in and appreciate how other Jews are doing it. We need to get that full picture. You might look at Hasidim and they're wearing their funny white socks and such and go, I don't relate to that. I have no connection to that. You don't have to live that lifestyle. No one's suggesting you have to do that. But appreciate what they bring to the table. Their perspective, they have viewpoints of Torah that you might not have. An appreciation of what it means to be a Jew that you might not have. And it goes all over. I remember once Rav Yaakov Weinberg talking about in the 1800s there was a tremendous schism between Hasidic Jews and non-Hasidic Jews. And he pointed out each one brought something crucial to the table. The Misnagdim were the more intellectual. They focused on the Talmud Torah aspect. And the Hasidim, he said, kept Judaism alive because they were the ones who focused on the importance of connection and relationship to God, no matter how wealthy you were and you had the ability to study all the intricacies of Torah. If you didn't have that, you could still have a close connection to God. And so that's just one example, one expression of how we need all different Jews to really, really fully appreciate and receive and understand what Torah is. And hence, it was crucial that it was Vichan, that he encamped, singular. The people were one people. That is a necessary, crucial, prerequisite thing to really, really get what Torah is. Shabbat Shalom, Chag Sameach, have a wonderful Chag. See you next week.